he just kept saying it. And my little brother kind of told too much information, because when he was saying all that, my little brother was like, you need to just give it up, bro. He live here now.
30 minutes is way too long. They should have been there way before that.
Ty was in so much pain. The last words he said was, don't touch me. Right when Ty got shot, I did see my baby daddy. And he was crying and screaming in the yard. And that's how, like, I know my baby daddy wasn't a bad person. So when people say, yeah, he was wrong for what he did to Ty, very wrong, but I know he felt sorry for it, because when I met him in the yard, he was screaming, and he was like, I just killed somebody, I'm finna go to jail. I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, you going to jail? And he said, no, I'm not. And he got in a car and killed himself. And I didn't even know he was dead. I was in a crime scene room getting investigated, and they came in after they didn't even tell me Tyreek was dead at first. They was both at the hospital. I didn't even know my baby daddy had killed himself. That's just the story. I just know when I was in the crime room and I was like, is he living? And the officer was like, no, ma'am, he didn't make it. And I started screaming. And I was like, did y'all find my baby daddy? And they was like, he killed himself, ma'am. So I had found out both of them was dead at one time. And I didn't even know. I didn't know my baby daddy killed himself. And if the thing is, he probably felt like maybe if he did live, I probably would never fuck with him or nothing like that. But I would have still took my daughter to see him in prison, just because that's her dad. Like,
that's crazy. And you still even have like mercy on him through all that, because a lot of other people, I mean, they'd be like, no, you never seen your kid again.
That's my child's father. I knew him better than anybody knew him. We the same sign. He a Virgo, I'm a Virgo too. I understand his thought process. I understand he was overthinking. I understand he felt like things wouldn't get better. Because when he left me, I felt like things wouldn't get better until they did.
So how was it the first couple days after that happened? Like, you stayed in the hospital, or what you did?
I stayed at my mama's house. I couldn't go home for a few days. It was too much blood in my house. And then going through my house, it's like I found little clues. Like, I found my baby daddy's shoes in my house and his glasses. So that just made me think, as soon as he shot Ty, he threw his glasses off and kicked his shoes off. And I know he was a dramatic person, so that means he was screaming like he kicked all his shit off and ran out the door screaming. So I know he felt bad for what he did.
Yeah. What's the scenario that you think went down that night?
My little brother answered the door. He didn't know my baby daddy was at the door. He said he heard somebody knock on the door. He thought it was my roommate, Mike. As soon as he opened the door, my baby daddy had the gun in his hand, like, where that nigga at? And that's when Ty ran out my room, and my baby daddy shot, and he missed him the first time. My brother said Ty dodged the bullet. So I had to be fast, man, to dodge a bullet. And I just know the second one hit him right in the heart. And Ty was sick as hell. And I also found out Ty was autistic too. And it just amazes me, because usually when people think of autistic, they think the wrong things. They think, below us. And Ty was the smartest person I ever knew. Like, this man could do anything. He repainted my whole apartment. This man did everything for me. Like,
that's crazy. See, autism, like, it's a spectrum, so some people might not be as autistic as other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do say, like, autism is, like, it do make you smarter and make you better with patterns and stuff like that. It's just you think differently. That's all it is.
Man, I think the only thing was wrong with Ty, he had a speech impediment. Like, other than
that don't matter.
Yeah, other than that, he was amazing. Like, I'll never meet anyone like him, male, female. It's not a person out there like Tyreek because he was different. Like, in all ways. He didn't argue with nobody. He didn't start with nobody. He was the nicest person you could ever meet, honestly. I had to go to 2 funerals in one day. I actually helped pay Tyreek funeral. I gave $1,500 towards it, even though that ain't a lot.
It's still something.
Yeah. My baby daddy folks, they got money. Like, them folks rich, they didn't want no money. So I ain't have to help with none of that stuff. It doesn't matter. Like, people don't know them like I knew them. Like, that's why people like, oh, you're not as sad as I expected you to be or stuff. I'm gonna be real. Me and Ty took shrooms one time, and we was both feeling suicidal. And he was more than I was, and I was like, you want to talk about it? And I was just bullshitting. I was like, we might as well wreck this car right now. You know, and he was like, Ty funny as fuck. He said, that shit hurt. I done did that before. But it's just fucked up. He would make little jokes about it, but I was like, wait, you for real? Like, you actually did that? And he was like, what you think happened earlier this year when I wrecked my car and I reported it as a hit and run?
Dang.
So it's like when a person going through that type of stuff and you knowing what they going through and they already talk about death and dying, it's like, what do you expect?
That's crazy.
And I don't wish death on nobody. And my baby daddy was the same way. Like, he would talk about little crazy stuff like he couldn't live without me. He didn't want another nigga raising his daughter. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna happen. I still gotta move on.
Yeah.
I don't plan on being single forever.
How are you gonna carry on Ty's legacy into the future?
Well, I really can't do too much to carry on Ty's legacy, but it is a scholarship out there right now that his mom and the church organized that'll be going on for the next 5 or 6 years. And it'll be given out to all high school students who going to technical college. Like, it pay for your whole tuition for technical college, and it's called the Tyreek Strozier Technical Scholarship, I think. And all I can do is remember him, and I try to be a nicer person now because he was a nice person. I try to smile more. Carry
on his ideas, really.
Yeah.
That's the best way to remember somebody.
Yeah.
So even though your daughter only won, how are you going to explain, like, Ty to her and, like, his impact, even though it might be very small, showing that situation, you know, that somebody did care about her and that she's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like saying to my daughter, hey, people that don't even know you can see the worth in you already.
I'm just going to show her love because that's all Ty did was love. And I am going to show her pictures one day, eventually, but in order to tell her Ty's story, I do have to tell her daddy's story. Because for now, all I can tell her is your dad died when you were a baby. That's all I can tell her. It's too harsh to tell a kid your dad killed himself.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, it just don't need to be known. Let them, you know, if they stumble upon it, you know, or maybe at a certain age you feel like they can get comfortable telling them, but
I just hope kids don't go to school like telling my daughter her dad was a murderer or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up now. I appreciate you coming on the show and doing the interview. Hopefully you'll come back and do another one. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers before we go?
Yes. Don't let temporary emotions make permanent situations.
Facts. Okay, remember to like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, we out.